Robin Sharma said, "Don't confuse activity with productivity. Many people are simply busy being busy." Hi, it's Mariana and I'm here with another video. This time I'm going to talk about the 4 time quadrants from the book 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey. I'm reading the book right now for the 3rd time and I decided to make a series of videos where I will talk not only about the 7 habits but also about other concepts from the book. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out any of the videos. So what are the 4 time quadrants? This matrix helps you to divide all your activities into 4 quadrants based on how urgent and important they are. In quadrant 1, you have activities that are both urgent and important. Those are tasks that require your immediate attention, for example, emergencies, deadlines, etc. Lots of people spend most of their time here. It leads to constant stress, burnout, and this feeling of all the time putting out fires. If those people have spare time, they usually spend it in quadrant 4, which contains activities that are neither urgent or important. We can call them time wasters. And this is how people with lots of stress live. It's a constant struggle, constant chase, and there is never this feeling of, oh, I'm moving forward, I'm doing what I should be doing. There is another typical group of people, and those are people that spend most of their time doing tasks from quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 has activities that are urgent but not important. Many of those people actually believe that they are doing tasks from quadrant 1, which are tasks that are both important and urgent, but these tasks are not important, just urgent. Some meetings definitely would fit here. Like, how many times have you just finished an hour-long meeting and thought, this could have been an email? Interruptions from other people belong here, phone calls, emails, etc. The problem is that if people spend most of their time doing activities that belong to quadrant 3 and 4, they get some short-term satisfaction but never long-term. I don't know it for sure, but I would guess that there are not many people who think, oh, I'm so proud of myself because I spent most of my 20s watching TV series and funny videos on YouTube. So how do successful people spend their time? They spend their time doing activities from quadrant 2. Those are tasks that are important but not urgent. And because of the lack of urgency, it is something that we often postpone, and if we don't schedule them and follow through, we might never get to them. It includes tasks like strategic planning, relationship building, preparation, exercise, education, and other personal development activities. When I read it for the first time, I was thinking like, it sounds good in a theory, but I can't afford spending time on those tasks in the quadrant 2 because there are so many things I need to do first and I just don't have time for that. But actually the opposite is true, because once you start spending time on the tasks that belong to quadrant 2, you are not only starting to move towards your goals way faster, especially if previously you spent most of your time in quadrant 3 and 4, but you also attend to the important tasks before they become urgent. So suddenly you don't have the stress associated with the tasks from quadrant 1. If you spend most of your time in quadrant 2, you stay ahead of problems and look for opportunities. You're active, not reactive. So now that you understand what the 4 time quadrants are, how can you use it? If you're one of the people who create to-do lists, you can use it to prioritize your tasks. You should attend first to tasks that belong to quadrant 1 and 2. Try to delegate, delay, or completely eliminate tasks from quadrant 3 and avoid tasks from quadrant 4. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to relax if it's planned, but it should not be something that is distracting you from the tasks you should be doing throughout the day. So it's completely okay if you say, hey, Saturday night is movie night. Then it actually becomes a quadrant 2 task because you need the downtime. And if you spend the time also with your friends or family, It actually builds relationships. So from outside, one task may look like it belongs to quadrant 4, but if there is a purpose behind it, it actually can belong to quadrant 2. The second way how you can use this matrix is to print out 7 blank copies of it, and every day mark down all the tasks and the time it takes you to do them in the specific quadrants where they belong. At the end of the week, calculate how much time you spend in each quadrant. You should aim to spend most of your time in quadrant 2 and some time in quadrant 1. This is because we are not really able to predict all the emergencies that might emerge. You should aim for 80 to 90% of time spending in quadrant 2 based on the job you're doing. If you're spending time also in other quadrants, try to identify why is this happening. Is it because you're not able to say no to people? Or maybe it is because you're not able to delegate because you believe that you can do those tasks better than other people. Or is it maybe the environment and the systems that you have in place that are letting you down? Once you're able to identify why is this happening, you can start working on improving that situation. The third way how you can use this matrix, and I would suggest you actually use all 3 options together, is to print out the matrix and have it somewhere where you can see it. If you're planning your days and weeks, make sure you have it together with your planner or have it on your desk where you can see it daily. I've created a PDF of that matrix, so feel free to download it from down below and use it as you see fit. We're going to come back to the quadrant 2 activities in a video where I will talk about how Covey suggests we plan ahead. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.